What up, y'all? What's going on? Happy Friday. You know, over the course of the last few months, maybe even the last year, I stay getting questioned on what I've done to stop a tyrant. I stay being accused that I wanted people to fight for me. I stay hearing all this stuff about me. Now, there are certain things that I just like to keep under wrap, but y'all, let me spill my own tea. Okay, so when this shit first popped off with me, when I first got death threats to myself and my friend who is also a lesbian, in the video where the death threats were happening, it was said that we were dykes. I'm about to send somebody to touch you, etc. I went to the police station in Georgia. I went to the police station. I presented them with the video evidence because at this point it wasn't about putting the video up, taking it down, putting it up, taking it down. I presented them with all the evidence. And what they had to say to me was that Georgia doesn't have protection against hate crimes because lesbian slurs were used during this video. They said they couldn't protect me. They told me to contact the jurisdiction in Virginia. I contacted the jurisdiction in Virginia. They said the same thing. There are no hate crimes here. By this point, they told me to contact my attorneys, which is what I did. After I contacted my attorneys, there was still more ongoing stuff that I was able to report and file. But at the same time, the key part of it was because I'm a lesbian. Not only that, but if you look around at the people who say they have something with Sean, this ain't about you because you found the address. Mad respect about that. But for the people who were saying initially before today that they had something, they either had kids involved. Well, really, just kids involved. Now, if I was the same lesbian, just like Sean Bradley is the same gay dad, and I had kids involved in my household and there were threats against my life, the police would have taken it more seriously. But the fact that I didn't have children, the fact that there wasn't children up in here who could be hurt or harmed, they took me less seriously. And they chalked it up to being a hate crime. Georgia has no hate crime laws. There was nothing I could do about it. It was out of my hand. I still have my police report, but it's just a report to, notate the incident. Also, Virginia doesn't have hate crime laws either. None. I've spoken to several authority figures in Virginia and Georgia alike. None. Not only that, once I did start speaking to an officer there because more stuff was unfolding. When I did contact an officer about my privacy and everything being put out there, I was told that this person had beat me to the punch and went to her local police station and said that I was online bullying her child. And this is the reason. She said she had an autistic child, an autistic son, and that I was online bullying her child. So anything that she did against me or towards me was because of me bullying her child, which was not true. Now, there was a debate because a lot of people from New Orleans was never really there when things started getting heated. But how I brought up her child is because she tried to ridicule me about being a Hurricane Katrina victim and about me living in a FEMA trailer, about the house that I own, a FEMA trailer, all this kind of stuff. I simply made a response video and explained to her that when Katrina happened, I was her son's age at that time. Like, so I couldn't get no food stamps because I was a dependent of my mother. I couldn't get, a FEMA trailer for myself because I was a dependent of my mother. I didn't get any government assistance because I was dependent of my mother. So that was the war of the government assistance where she was trying to prove that I dealt with government assistance in my life when I was a teenager at that time, and I did not. But because I combated what she said and I used her son as an example, then she was able to take that to the police and file a report against me first. So then once my law enforcement kept telling me to go over there, and then I finally went called over there. I made a report. They said that she had made a report first. She lied. You can't combat a lie. It even comes down to where all this stuff was going on. The FBI actually contacted me. And me and the FBI officer talked. We talked about everything. But the FBI has to contact the local jurisdiction before they could just pick up a case and put a charge on somebody. They have to go locally to see what is said, to see what has happened, to see what the local authorities have about the issue before they could just take on the issue. Or at least in my case, that's what happened. And because the FBI person who contacted me about this whole situation contacted local law enforcement for her, then they were able to tell her that, it was defense against her autistic son. This is the reason why nothing happened. This is the reason why. And I ain't saying the names of people, but a lot of people run around here acting like they know about what or whatever. But long story short, me being a lesbian put me at a disadvantage in Georgia. They considered it a hate crime based on what was said in the video clip, and it was not a hate crime. They considered everything that was said a hate crime, which is another reason why I reached out to the person that paid me dust until it was her in the boat, until it was her daughter in the boat. This is the reason why. But people keep coming, J.Dunn, you didn't do nothing. You should have done more. You should have done more. Well, look here, I done told you every motherfucking thing I did. The only thing that you don't know is the case numbers. That's the only thing that you don't know. But either way, people stay standing on the high horse. Like it's really not certain states where if it's a hate crime, I don't get protected. That's a state issue. Even so much a federal issue. But that's an issue that caused me not to be able to do what I needed to do against this person when this person was first fucking with me. Because I don't have children living in my house who could be endangered. That's a state problem. A fucking state problem. Even could go to a federal level of a problem. But it's not my fault I don't have kids. It's not my fault that I'm gay. Well, no, it's not my fault that I'm gay. Like shit, I'm me. But I reported. I did what I need to do. Unfortunately, it didn't fall in my court. And that's fine it didn't fall in my court. Because just the karma that has happened around the liposuction tummy tuck shit that's been happening, and the fact that people now crying because they got scammed for a liposuction and tummy tuck, but you made fun of my mom and did mock funerals and surgeries or whatever because of her passing. That's enough gratification for me. But anybody else that want to say, I didn't do this or I didn't do that, fuck you. I done told you what I did. I done told you what held me back. Fuck you. Take care. Be blessed. Don't stress. Bye.